Ain't no telling what she can get out of him, right?
She said, "Oh," then she became his favorite wife,
Mm.
the favorite.
I mean, she put in overtime. She knew what she was supposed to do when she was supposed to do it, and she tapped in. You feel me? And then she got what she wanted. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 100K. And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
What up, African world? It's Home Team here, and I'm back at it with another video of African history, culture, and worldview. And welcome back to my series, A Closer Look. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the Yoruba people. And as always, if you want to support the home team, you can do so on patreon.com. You'll have access to live streams where I discuss various topics, talk about sources, and much more. And I have some new rewards for you guys. Also, go to afrographics.com, a website where you can find unique illustrative infographics summarizing African history. All links to Patreon, Afrographics, and home team merchandise are in the description box below. The Yoruba people are one of the most popular ethnic groups in all of Africa. They're said to constitute about 44 million people, which makes them one of the largest ethnic groups in Africa. They're primarily located in southwestern Nigeria and parts of Benin. The legendary Yoruba city, Ile-Ife, is regarded by an overwhelming majority to be the source and the heart of the Yoruba nation. This fact, coupled with its impressive culture as demonstrated by its famous brass, stone, and clay sculptures, placed it in a position of preeminence among the Yoruba peoples. The belief that Oduduwa, or Odua, was the first king at Ile-Ife and that he was the father of the founding princes of other Yoruba kingdoms has inspired the description of the Yoruba as the Omo Odua, or offspring of Odua. This would partially explain why Yoruba history, culture, and religion have centered on Ile-Ife. The origins of the Yoruba people are shrouded in mystery. However, 3 clear narratives are discernible from several versions. The first is from the Yoruba oral tradition and creation myth. The god, Olorun, or sky god, let down a chain at Ile-Ife by which Oduduwa, the progenitor of the Yoruba people, and indeed of all men, descended, carrying a rooster, some earth, and a palm kernel. Oduduwa threw the earth into the waters, and the rooster scratched it to become land, out of which grew the palm tree with 16 branches, representing the 16 original kingdoms. Keep in mind that there are several versions of this myth. Also, every Yoruba town, lineage, and deity has its own myth of origin. Yet in all of them, Ile-Ife is regarded as a spiritual center. The second narrative...
I gotta ask this question. Would that be a form of religion?
That's what it sounds like.
But for them, and how they view life, and how they have been taught, and how they came up and from their experiences, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what it is, a form of religion.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, because if to us we like, oh, that's mythology.
Yeah.
But for them, it's like the same way how people get, you know, they'll get the same way.
It reminds me of when we got to mythology, we learned about the Greeks.
Yeah, and
then now I'm asking myself, why did we learn about the Greeks? Why did we only learn about the Greeks?
Yeah.
Of origin has it that the Yoruba are descended from the offspring of Lamurudu, or Nimrod of the biblical and Near Eastern legend, who had been banished and finally settled in present-day Yoruba land. Thus, some trace the origins of the Yoruba all the way back to ancient Mesopotamia, Uruk, or Babylon. A final narrative of origin has the Yoruba present in their modern homeland from as early as 10,000 BC. According to Robert Smith in his work Kingdoms of the Yoruba, archaeological digs have confirmed the existence of a human population in the Adenware area of Yoruba land since prehistoric times. The Yoruba are deeply religious people. Their pantheon of deities called the Orishas are rivaled only by Nile Valley civilization. The Yoruba religion is centered around an all-powerful creator god, which predates Christianity, the religion of many Yorubas today. They believe in the existence of a universal god called Olodumare or Olorun. It is through him that life is possible. In addition to Olodumare, there are other gods known as the Orisha, some of the most popular of these deities being Shango and Oshun. Shango is the god of thunder and lightning and the greatest Yoruba warrior. His weapon of choice is the double axe. Oshun, one of the wives of Shango, was the deity of the river, pleasure, sexuality, fertility, beauty, and love. Oshun is of great popularity and significance among Afro-descendant women across the world. Even Beyoncé portrayed Oshun in her music video, Hold Up. In that video, she wears a flowing yellow dress, emerging behind two large golden doors amid a wave of fresh flowing water. Today,
I find that unique.
Yes, I do remember she received a lot of controversy over that. So my question to you guys is, so you guys have told us like in the northern areas it's mainly Muslim, and in the lower areas, southern areas of Nigeria that it's mainly Christians. So if this is your ethnic group, how does that relate? And that's a religious question, and we try not to get into, religion type of content here, but I'm interested in knowing that.
Half of the Yoruba population practices their traditional religion, while the others practice either Christianity or Islam.
Right after I asked.
One of the historical figures in Yoruba history was a female heroine called Moremi. Moremi was the wife of the then king of Ele-Ife, Obalara, who volunteered to be captured by enemy forces so that she could reveal the secrets of the Igbo invaders who camouflaged themselves. Legend has it that the Igbo, the Yoruba's neighbors, routinely raided Ele-Ife in desperation for food and women. The king, being helpless to stop these raids, was maligned by his subjects. This led Moremi to volunteer to be captured by the Igbos, and very soon she became the favorite wife of the Igbo king. In the heat of passion, the Igbo king revealed the secrets of his attacks on Ele-Ife to Moremi, after which she escaped and went back to Obalara, her husband, who then organized his men to ward off the annual Igbo attacks. Before Moremi left, she had promised the gods a sacrifice upon her successful return to Ele-Ife, but unfortunately, the gods demanded her only child. Queen Moremi complied and threw her daughter into the Oshun River, where she became the goddess Yemoja. In Yoruba religion, Yemoja is one of the goddesses worshipped today in Yoruba land and in Trinidad and Brazil. If Ele-Ife is understandably regarded as the spiritual...
That's what a sacrifice. And they made it sound like, you know what I'm saying? But like you think about it, it's like, yo, that's tough.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Abraham was sacrificing his son. And then he's like, stop. And she didn't get to stop.
Yeah,
she had to throw it, you know?
Yeah.
Yo. Okay.
Censor of the Yoruba, then Oyo is recognized as the political focal point of the Yoruba. Oyo became the most powerful of all Yoruba kingdoms. Frequent attacks from the Nupe and the Bariba compelled Oyo to reorganize its army into cavalry and infantry. The ruler, Shango, is credited with transforming the small polity into a kingdom, widely acknowledged among the Yoruba as a magician and warrior. He built up officials who played a significant role in Oyo's administration. One basic feature of the Yoruba-speaking peoples is urbanism. Each Yoruba town was an entity in itself. Government in each town was based on an unwritten or oral constitution of the people, in which spiritual matters were intrinsically tied with the physical world. At the head of the government was the Oba, or ruler, assisted by a council called differently in various towns. Known as Oyo Messi in Oyo, it was headed by the Bosarun, or prime minister, who was responsible to the Alafin, king of oil. In the African diaspora, Yoruba culture seems to have been better preserved than other African traditions. Unfortunately, a great number of enslaved Africans were of Yoruba stock. For example, a third of Africans enslaved in Cuba. Today, Brazil has the largest number of Yoruba and Yoruba-descended people outside of Africa. Cuba has about 1 million, and Puerto Rico, Trinidad, and the rest of the Caribbean have about 500,000. One of the Yoruba who led the independence movement against the British was Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who together with other nationalist leaders like Dr. Nnamdi Ezekwe and Chief Anthony Anhoro fought the British for early independence and later became the first governor of Western Nigeria. He was probably the most respected leader of the Yoruba in living memory. Well, I'm all out, guys. If you like these videos and want to help out in its continued production, you can do so on patreon.com. The link is in the description box below.
All right.
Interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting. Some of these things I didn't know, like the full history, but like I knew about Oshun, and about the Orishas, but I didn't like piece it all together.
it's the facts for me that when you look in time, how the gods that they would worship was I would say of many, because like they say there was thunder, there was the ocean, there was the seductive, the pleasure, you know what I'm saying? It's like all these entities that plays a part, you know what I'm saying? It's like they had an understanding like that. So that's interesting to me.
So what would be interesting for me to know,
what
is the relationship with the Yorubas and the Igbos?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you say something about them too.
Yeah, about the wife going to that side and escaping.
That's crazy. She bro, like the power of a woman. When she get a man vulnerable and comfortable, ain't no telling what she can get out of him. Right?
She said, "Oh, then she became his favorite wife. The favorite."
I mean, she put in overtime. She knew what she was supposed to do when she was supposed to do it, and she tapped in. You feel me? And then she got what she wanted. And she went back and she did. She stayed true to she stayed true to the mission, and I just think that's all like creative. It's a story in itself, man. It really is.
Yes. So we would love to know more about the Yorubas.
Yeah.
Y'all weddings. I think we've reacted to the weddings, the food. So anything else that you would like to share? We try not to go into the religion part. Okay.
I'm gonna need another reminder of the weddings because it's been a minute. So I need y'all to put one down in that description for us. I need one.
Yeah, so we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request link is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.